You want me to get it? All right. What is going on, everybody? It is
I
a
didn't know
Monday.
my fault. Sorry. My fault.
Huh?
I said my fault. I didn't know we were live.
It's all good. It's part of the. See, this is real. This is raw. This is really how it be out here. We're in the trenches. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Outside the cage. Episode 47, I want to say today. Shout out Andre Kirilenko, AK-47. Dang, I pulled one out right
We are
there.
almost at 50.
I know. We're almost at a year also.
Will International Fight Week be 50?
I think so, dude. Oh, my
I
goodness.
think so.
Imagine if we get Sugar Sean on somehow. Just somehow, some way.
Bro, I bought a bottle of Howler last night. They gave me a shirt. Shout out to Howler.
Just like at the store.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we got a shirt. I was like, bet.
That's fire.
Shout taking liquor.
Talking about this weekend, dude, one of the best fights I've seen of the whole year. Wow, Jared Cannonier versus Marvin Vettori. Talk about a chin on that guy Vettori. Holy shit, he took some punches.
What a performance. Yeah, definitely. I mean, what a fight. I don't think we learned much about the two guys. I mean, I don't really think what does the win for Cannonier do? But I mean, like, we kind of know that in this middleweight division. But I think the middleweight division, they just keep giving us like good fights that they just have to fight. Like, we'll watch that fight again, obviously, but it's just like, I'm a big like what next kind of guy, and it's just like there's nothing next for either of them.
Yeah, I mean, Vettori's not even 30 yet, dude, but I think that fight's gonna take a little bit out of him. Holy dude, he took a beating. Cannonier set the record for strikes landed in a middleweight fight, and I think he had done it before the fourth round was even over. So he was just putting a gnarly pace on. Youngest looking 39-year-old I've ever seen in the octagon, I think. It's impressive. I was a little worried about the age difference, not going to lie, but he looked like the younger fighter. And speaking of a younger fighter, you there?
I'm having difficulties here. We good? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you now.
All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, dude. Speaking of a younger fighter, Arman Tsarukyan, a lot of people just thought he was going to walk over his opponent in that fight, but that was not the case at all. He ate a nasty left hook in that fight. I thought he was going to get finished for a second, but he showed some championship mettle in there, came back, got the submission. Or was it a submission or was it a TKO?
Knockout.
No. Okay. Yeah, but I mean, little sketchy. He even said it in his post-fight interview. He didn't really fight smart like he usually does. He felt like he had to get it finished just because he was such a big favorite. So he kind of went, just threw his defense out the window, which you could see in there. Which is, dude, that's a thing. When you're a big favorite and you start to overlook a guy a little bit, small margins in the UFC.
When everyone's thinking you should like get him out in the first, and it's just like getting through the first, like, fuck, why is this dude still here? And it's like, it's tough.
Exactly. And then when the guy starts landing on you big like that guy was, but pretty solid card overall. A couple controversies on it. I'm blanking on the name right now, but the guy who like judo slammed his opponent onto the ground with about 5 seconds left and just started drilling elbows into his face. And the ref tried to give him the benefit of the doubt there.
Yeah, was it Sabatini?
No, I think Sabatini just won by decision. It was... Or no. He won by arm triangle. I'm tripping. I think it was... Let me see. Carlos Hernandez. That's who it was. Shouts to Carlos Hernandez. That was filthy. And then this was This was the WTF of the week. I don't know. Should we go a little out of order and just do it right now? It was part of the UFC card. So let me throw out the little thing. The WTF of the week for any new listeners out here. It's a thing we do every episode. Just find a weird moment that happened in the MMA world that just has you saying, "What the fuck?" So this is this week's. It was part of the UFC card. Dan Argueta versus Ronnie Lawrence.
Person stepping in.
Well, he didn't tap.
There it
He's
is.
close,
But
he did not. Oh, he held it. He like touched his hand.
Yeah, he pulled his hand
Keith
away
Peterson
and then
touched his hand to get that.
Yeah,
Look, he's not tapping. He's not tapping. And then he
He's
grabs his
thinking
hand.
about
Look
it.
at him grab his hand, and that's when he pulls it. When Keith Peterson grabs his hand, he pulls it.
Tough.
It's like, yeah. I feel like that's like one of those spots where the refs like it didn't look good for the refs, so the refs like, bro, like I don't know. That's weird.
It's hard.
Questionable with who the ref is as well.
All nonsense, as Dominic Cruz would say.
Hey,
it was only
not
fitting
throwing
that
anything out
Dom was
there, I'm
on the.
just saying.
I don't think Dom's was a premature stoppage. I think that was a fine stoppage, but it's just funny how Dom goes at him for that, and then of course he was announcing when Peterson has the big screw up. But respect to Peterson, he owned up to it and he said that he made a mistake, which enabled it to be like, I don't know, some different thing in the commission. So it helped in some way.
Okay.
But yeah, solid card overall. But this weekend we got our favorite type of event. We got it on ABC in Jacksonville, Florida. Ilia Topuria versus Josh Emmett in a sold out crowd. Oh, before we leave the last card, bro, like imagine if that Cannonier Vittori fight was in front of a crowd. They would have been going nuts. Like,
you don't gotta tell me. You don't gotta tell me. I know. You don't gotta tell me.
I was thinking about that, Derek, and I was like, bro, this would be one of the most hyped crowds of the year. And I'm sick of the Apex. We can go to France and Singapore. We can do France and Singapore back-to-back weeks, but we can't find two cities in America. It's crazy.
I know.
But anyway, all right. Now we'll go on to the next card. I'm sorry, I had to throw that out there. Let's be done with the Apex, except for Tough and the Contender Series.
Facts.
But anyway, really solid card from top to bottom. There's some fights on the early prelims that I'm very excited for as well. But headlining it, Josh Emmett, Ilia Topuria. It's on ABC, so you don't need ESPN Plus. You don't need to buy nothing. You just got to put it on Channel 3 on your, even if you're at your grandparents' house. They probably got it on their old TV. So no excuse not to be watching this weekend. Who do you like in the main event? Let's just start at the top.
I like Ilia to run all over this dude. I love the fight. I love the matchup, but I just think Ilia's too much. I'm just excited because, one, I think Ilia and Josh Emmett bring fireworks. I think Ilia's better. I think Ilia wins convincingly. I don't think Ilia – I take that back. I think Ilia finishes him in the third. But I just think it's electric, and I think this is the perfect kind of fight to have these dudes on like a fight night main event. I love Josh Emmett as a fight night headliner. Ilia Topuria as a guy. We're live. It's going to be fireworks. I don't give a shit about the rest of the card. It's a good card, but this fight right here in front of a crowd, in front of one of my favorite places for MMA to be, UFC to be, Jacksonville, Florida, shouts what all they did during COVID to help grow the sport. So I'm excited for this one. I can't wait to watch it. And then, like I said, it's just going to be fireworks, and I don't think there's nothing that Josh Emmett could do, but
I don't know. I mean, he has a puncher's chance, in my opinion, just because he does have heavy hands. So
I just think how he looked against Yair, he was a step slow, and I think Ilia is just as fast as Yair.
Even in that Yair fight, though, like it gets forgotten about. But Emmett did have some moments where he cracked Yair, but Yair's got that Mexican chin. It takes like double the punches to get those guys out of there. So I don't know. I also have Ilia winning by TKO. Let me see what those odds would look like, because I think I am going to be firing a little bit. I'm trying to get my bankroll a little higher before our trip to Vegas, before we're boots on the ground. I heard a motivating Phil Mickelson story yesterday about when he was in Vegas.
Oh, shit. What did he say?
Dude, he made $1 million on the football games in the morning, just firing. And he had a party with a bunch of famous athletes and stuff like that. Just sounded like a movie.
So that's
Dang.
the motivation.
Yeah, to win $1 million in Vegas.
Sounds
Come
good.
on, dude. I don't know. I've been spending way too much money, so I need this Vegas trip to go well. I can't really afford to have a Ruger style trip right here and be down a lot.
Yeah.
I think since we're gonna be able to see we're gonna be able to see the fighters, dude. We're gonna know. We're gonna know who's gonna win.
Like, you're looking in their eye and you can tell.
Just the way they're walking, if they have a bounce in their step.
The weight cuts going.
I'm a body language PhD.
I'm trying to get on Embedded. Shouts Embedded. Put me on.
Dude, if we're standing next to Steven Chaco, we'll probably get in the shot.
Facts.
They're in every single one.
Facts, they are.
And then the co-main, honestly, I think they could have gone a couple other ways with the co-main for this Jacksonville card. But it's going to be a solid fight. Amanda Ribas versus Macy, the future barber. I got Ribas winning by decision. She's a minus 180 favorite overall. So, yeah, add a little juice to it. I put some methods out for this card. I put some methods out on my paper. And then we've got Cody Brundage versus Cedricus Dumas. Cedricus, he's a Florida boy. He just throws down. I think he was, I don't know. Never mind, actually. But, yeah, he's a fun fighter to watch. But I do think Cody Brundage is going to get the job done, maybe by submission. In Dumas's last fight, he had good stuff to offer on the feet, but it almost looked like Cyril Gahn versus John Jones once the other guy got a hold of him. I think it was Evan Elder. So, in this fight, I expect Brundage to just...
David Onama.
Yup. I expect Brundage to wrestle him. And then we got David Onama versus Gabriel Santos. Shouts San Diego alum Onama. I didn't get to see that one, unfortunately. But
there's a lot of good fights that could have been a co-main.
I know. I think I'm going to... That's going to be... I have a method on that one. I have Brendan Allen winning by submission. Silva's lost 6 fights by submission.
Oh, you have Allen winning as underdog.
Allen winning is a favorite, but by submission. So get some juicy odds for that. And Allen's been submitting people left and right. He's been on a solid win streak. So give me Allen there. Neil Magny versus Phil Rowe. Solid fight right there. I think that's going to be some fireworks. But I also think Magny might incorporate his wrestling a little bit. And if he does that, he should be able to take the decision.
Does Zuma Gulov get to fight this weekend?
Dude, that should be the real bet. I don't know. I don't want to see the Austrians fight until both guys. I feel so bad for Zalgas.
Yeah.
Bro. He got, I think, 3 split decision losses where a lot of people thought he won. And then he's had like 4 canceled fights where it hasn't been canceled very far out from the card. It's been like a day or 2 before the fight.
He for sure needs like a backup fighter on his cards, bro.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't just schedule 2 guys. Yeah, give him a guy that's not in the UFC yet.
2 guys.
Say, hey, this guy's gonna pull out probably, so you're gonna be fighting Zalgas this day. Just treat it like you're the number 1 guy. And then actually a little 805 representation. Tabitha Ricci versus Jillian Robertson, and that's Tabitha Ricci from the 805, training out of Paragon, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And she's also sponsored by 805, so I'm pretty jealous of that. That's probably the number 1 sponsorship I'd ever want to have in the world. So, yeah, 805 if you're listening. I think Jillian... Yeah, Trevor Peak, not opening up the card anymore, got moved up. He has an opponent change. And I like his odds for this. This guy's taking this fight on short notice, and it's even money. So, Trevor, he didn't look like the most skilled fighter in his debut, but you can't deny the fact that he has an iron chin, and he loves to throw hands, and he likes to just generate violence out there. And that's what I think he's going to do again, open up the card. I don't think he'll ever be fighting in the Apex again. He's just too crowd-friendly. And I but that Robertson and Ricci fight, I think that's actually going to be an elite girl fight, one of the best ones of the year. They're both up and coming, younger fighters. They're both good grapplers. I think we'll see some cool exchanges, and I like Jillian to take it by. I don't know, honestly. I might just bet in this one to end in submission one way or the other. And I think that about does it for the Jacksonville card. You got
I got a couple things to ask you. Is the Cheeto and Cejudo thing real?
I don't know, bro. I don't know what's real with Cejudo and what's not, but
that's
that's
like
kind of weird.
right?
Yeah, I want to see Marab versus Henry more than I want to see Cheeto
But
versus Henry.
Marab's hurt though.
Oh yeah, you had to get hand surgery, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess, or it could be the winner. I guess in Sandhagen's fighting Umar now, which we'll get into.
That's official. But I saw something of Henry, and then I saw Henry and Cheeto on the O'Malley card with Aljo.
Yeah, is that official?
It's not official, but I saw someone post it, bro, and it looked like real, but it's like, you know how they be doing those fake cards and shit, but like there's literally the whole card that's like actually like real, and then they threw that fight in there, so I was like, I don't know.
Dude, I mean, I think that would make sense. That would just boost the whole having Henry there. I think that's gonna bring more eyes onto the embeddeds and stuff like that. So he's a funny little troll.
Because then what you can, because it's a win-win, because if whoever wins the Sugar Aljo fight, if Henry wins, he could fight them again. It's another fight you can sell. If Cheeto wins, you can do Sugar and Cheeto. That's what everyone wants anyway.
Dude, I think Sugar and Cheeto, if that would be an Ultimate Fighter coaching season, I think that's what the next season would be.
Really?
That's my prediction. If both those guys win their next fights, I think that'll be the next season of the Ultimate Fighter. Boom. Laying my claim out there.
Can't be worse. It can't be any worse than this season.
Isn't that sad? We had such high hopes. Bro,
like, usually like all the Ultimate Fighters, if I don't watch it the day it comes out, I make it a point to the first thing I do in the morning the next day is watch it. But like last week, I didn't watch it till like Thursday, bro. I was like, bro, I'm not really tripping on watching it. Like
that's when you know you're just not as into it.
Yeah. So does Connor? So we haven't talked about all of Connor's bullshit. Does Connor fight it? He didn't get in the USADA pool, so whatever that means. First of all, does he fight? Does he fight Chandler? Second of all, does he fight ever again?
I remember I said a while ago I didn't think he would fight again, and then I started to go back on that once he started looking like he's going to fight. But, dude, with the new allegations, I don't know if that's really going to keep him out of the octagon, but it's just more negative stuff for him. And you can tell that he's not living a fighter's lifestyle one bit. And I think it's starting to make me think he's going to get murked by any of those top lightweights.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you see a him versus Oliveira if Oliveira was to somehow pull off a win over Islam?
I mean, all those guys want to fight Connor. That's the thing. So if he can just
it's
stay out of trouble, dude. I know we're not TMZ or anything like that, but you got to take on all the allegations and stuff that's been going on with the Heat game.
My take is at first it obviously looked bad. Anytime you just just hearing the story first and then you seen the video come out, kind of match her story. So it's like, oh shit, that really did happen. But then I seen a new video of her after that, supposedly in the club dancing. So it's I don't really know. I don't think I can have an opinion because we don't know the timetable of which happened. She could have been dancing at the club first and then the bathroom came next. We don't know the actual timetable. But my biggest question is I didn't know the Heat had a club in their arena.
Bro, that looked sick.
That was my question. At halftime, just go get lit, go back out to the game. That's just cool.
Yeah, they got I think that's for the courtside people. They got a spot they can go at halftime. I've heard the Celtics have that too. That's fire. Yeah, that place did look sick, but bro, McGregor, dude, it almost kind of seems like Mike Tyson vibes a little bit, huh?
Yeah, he's just
Thinks he can do whatever he wants, like thinks nothing's gonna happen no matter what. But bro, even the extra punch on the mascot.
Bro, yes. No, that's what I was gonna. What was the deal with that thing? So what happened there?
So
Was
I
that all the
think
same
it was
night?
staged, huh?
Was that all the same night?
Yeah, that was halftime of the game. Yeah. So like, dude, that's just not good. Adding all those things together makes it
So
look
what
like he's
happened?
trying.
So he was supposed to punch him, like, so it was okay that he punched him?
I think so, yeah, because he was supposed to punch him once, but I think the follow-up one was the one that really hurt him because he seemed to just bounce the dude's head off the hardwood. I don't know if he thought that the mascot's head would just be like a helmet and protect him, like it's headgear or something like that. But gosh, dude, I think he's probably just coked up doing crazy
Yeah.
stuff out there,
Yeah.
living like it's like he's doing John Jones stuff, but he has A-list celebrity status. So there's just cameras on him, and it's even worse than when John was doing it. I guess not.
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't
just
know.
interested
It's
to
tough to
see
say.
kind of the end of the Ultimate Fighter to see what they announce, because there was going to be an announcement at the end. So I just don't know, man. You just never know with this dude. Like, you can't really count on it. I thought when we got the tough announcement that I was like, all right, it's real now. But then everything after that, tough doesn't look great. It's just, I don't know, just feels off.
Yeah, it does, man. Which sucks because I think everyone wants to see him again. I think he wants
No,
to
yeah.
fight, but I just don't know if he wants to live that lifestyle 24/7. And
Yeah.
he always said when he was young, hungry McGregor, he always talked about how like the money probably was his number one motivation, Like even Sugar, I feel like Sugar's a little different because when Sugar talks, he's like, yeah, the money's cool, but I don't know. I really just want to be great. But
Yeah.
then again, he doesn't have that McGregor money yet. So
But
you don't
Connor,
really know
but the
until
thing
you're
is
in
that
that.
Sugar hasn't been great and tasted the greatness. Like,
Yeah,
Connor's been great. He's been the pinnacle of the sport. He's been to the top. So it's like he's had that. Like, Sugar's still chasing that.
that's true. That's very true. Still has the
That's the
hunger.
difference. Yeah. Like, Connor's like, yeah, Connor can say he's still hungry, but at the end of the day, is like he's done what he can. Like, he can go to bed at night knowing he's a fucking double champ and like one of the best ever. Sugar can't say that because he's never touched gold.
That's the truth right there. Dude,
Yeah.
what about Bellator on Friday? Solid co-main and main event. It was that Chicago card that we talked
Yeah.
about a while
I
ago.
fuck with
But then,
Bellator, bro. I like Bellator.
yeah,
I
bro,
watched a little bit of PFL. Shit was terrible.
John and Francis was the most exciting thing that
Yeah.
happened by a mile.
Bro, John would fucking rail that dude. He's too big for him. Way too fucking big for him.
He is huge.
Bro,
He is
fucking
huge.
big. What's up with
Yeah,
him,
but-
bro? What the fuck? Why did like Jamal Hill and John Jones just never get to fight?
I don't know. Jamal confuses me. I think that division's just in such a weird spot right now
Yeah.
because they want it to be Yuri, but Yuri, that injury, they said it would take like a year minimum, right? When it first happened.
So I'm thinking they go Pereira and Jan winner, but then it's like that's another whole fucking year that Jamal has to wait.
Yeah, dude, he hasn't gotten to defend his belt yet, right?
Yeah, no, he hasn't.
That's crazy. And they fought in. Did they fight in January or no? I think so.
January, February. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, that isn't even 6 months yet, which I guess it's kind of like Khabib vibes.
Yeah. But no, just usually there's like an announcement. There's never an announcement. I think for
Yeah.
sure want Yuri. If Pereira beats Jan, fights Jamal, beats Jamal, assuming Izzy still has his belt at 85, does Izzy go to light heavyweight?
I don't know.
That's not a good fight for Izzy. You're giving Pereira more of an advantage.
Izzy's a middleweight. Like I think if he doesn't struggle to make the weight, I mean, yeah, daring to be great, double champ status is sick, but you could just run middleweight for his whole career, in my opinion.
What is Hamzat doing? What's the deal there?
He's got to fight soon. I mean, I heard him say this week that he wants to fight on Paris or Abu Dhabi, which would be pretty cool. But
So what is the deal? Like,
yeah.
Do you think he just says this and he's turning down fights, or you think there's just really no fight offers?
They have to offer 3 times a year, according to Dana. That's what he's always said. They said we are contractually obligated to give him 3 fights a year, but I don't know because he says he's ready to go. Unless they're just It's annoying. It's really annoying because it's a dude's prime athletic years, and we're not really getting to see him fight that much.
Yeah.
Dude, I heard this one thing that was pretty interesting. It was about Dagestani privilege. It roots back to during COVID when the Saudis apparently they invested a lot of money in the UFC. So it's almost not like live PGA, but they do have a little bit of influence, people think. And then people are saying maybe that's why
Is that why
Islam.
Islam didn't fight for a whole year and is going to fight in the Abu Dhabi card?
Yep. And then that's all people are saying that might be why Amir Al-Bazi got that decision over Kai Kara in that title eliminator fight. And another one that was even deeper. I saw this on a YouTube video. Conspiracy warning. This is just a conspiracy.
Oh, you're back in your bag.
They were saying that remember when Charles missed weight, people were saying that the scales were messed up all week. Like the hotel scales were saying that they were good.
A lot of people miss weight.
Yeah. So some people are saying that the UFC sabotaged Charles. So then after he won, this is all conspiracy, like I said, but it's just fun food for thought. It's what we do, or at least what I do. And then, so yeah, they sabotaged the weight cut. So that way he wouldn't be champ and he wouldn't have a good negotiation stance. Like he'd be in a bad spot for those. So then he had to turn around quick and fight on that Abu Dhabi card in like 2 or 3 months against Islam. Because if he was the champ, he could have done some Leon shit and just been like, I don't want to fight in Abu Dhabi. But the UFC needed that Abu Dhabi card to be a banger because the Saudis have a little say.
Yeah.
And maybe they're saving Hamzat for that too. I don't know. A little Dagestani privilege.
That's why the Abu Dhabi cards are fucking loaded.
And that's why we keep seeing all these new guys, these Russians with their padded records, fighting cans, getting in over guys like the Viper that really deserve it. So, yeah, some fun food for thought out there,
I like it.
I got a couple fight announcements.
Give it to me. And they
Do you
better
have
be
any
good.
other
They better be some good ones.
I mean, these are so I got the ones that Dana rattled off on that. I don't know if it's Instagram Live or just an Instagram video, but UFC Nashville on August 5th. Dude, that might be the one that I would choose to go to out of all the city cards so far.
Yeah, facts.
Either that or Orlando, but Nashville's cooler than Orlando, I think. I've never been to either of them, but from an outsider's perspective, we got Corey Sandhagen taking on Umar Nurmagomedov in the main event. It's a risky move from Sandhagen, but I mean, does the winner of this get a title shot?
I think if Corey wins, he for sure gets a look.
Yeah,
Sure.
And if Umar wins.
Umar wins.
And then the co-main, we got Dustin Jacoby versus Big Kennedy. Hard last name to say. But that's going to be a really good fight. I like that fight. In front of the Nashville crowd too.
Yeah.
Going to be going hard. And then we got Billy Q versus Damon Jackson on that card as well. And then that card's loaded with some good fights, but we still got a few months, so we'll get to those as they come along. And then UFC Singapore, August 26th. Fight night, yeah, not a pay-per-view. So we got a very, very solid main event, but a little questionable. Max Holloway versus the Korean Zombie.
Why? Oh, that's what I was going to ask you. Why is it questionable?
People are just saying that Holloway's going to whoop on the Zombie.
Yeah, but he whoops on everybody else that's not named.
Yeah, but with Arnold Allen was the favorite for that one, right?
No, it wasn't the favorite. It was close.
Oh,
but what else? Like, what else do you want Max to do?
That's what's so hard. I think he's almost just got to move up, bro.
It's just like, I mean, what else? Like, he gets to fight overseas. He gets to fight a big time name. Like, let him make his money.
Yeah, he's gonna make a bag for sure. Do you think if he did some John Jones type shit and took maybe not as long as John took off, but maybe like 8 months and just really bulked up and became a true 155er, if he'd have something to offer at that division?
That division's good, man. Chandler, Poirier, like he's not Gaethje.
He's younger than all those dudes, though.
Yeah.
So they're not on their way out yet, but we can all agree that they probably don't have more than 5 or 4 fights left in the top of the lightweight division.
Yeah, I was just confused on why that was like so questionable. Like I didn't think it was like crazy questionable. It's whatever.
It's just tough. Not really much left for Max, but I think they did say that they wanted to fight each other also because it's like they're each one of the only guys that they haven't fought from that era. And they've both been there the whole time. So it's a good fight to have happen, I guess. And then this one, UFC Paris, the next week. So we got Singapore 1 week, and then the next week we got Paris. We got Cyril Gane
That's
versus
a fight night as well.
Sergey Spivak. Yep, fight night as well. So
who is it?
Saved. Cyril versus Spivak.
Yeah. Fucking
It's a good one.
Spivak's gonna roll over that dude, bro.
He's gonna John Jones in.
I'm totally off the Cyril Gane train, bro.
No, yeah, I mean, if he fights a striker, I'll take Cyril every day of the week. But against a grappler, especially now that John laid out the blueprint,
bro.
Well, the fact that Khabib offered to train him and he said no.
Yeah, he
doesn't. Not even train him, just go work with him for a few weeks, go learn some things.
Yeah.
And then way off in the future, November 4th, we got another heavyweight fight. Curtis Blades versus Yaltin Almeida. That's going to be a cool one. Yaltin's just been able to bully everybody grappling so far, but I don't think he'll be able to do that to Curtis. So let me see it. Hopefully Curtis hasn't gotten knocked out one too many times at this point. But yeah that's what I got for fight announcements right now. Obviously, in a couple weeks, we got UFC 290. I am counting down the hours till we are there. I am so pumped. UFC X press conferences, the fight that we're actually going to be in the arena for.
Facts.
And
bro, I can't believe we're really going to be in the arena for a pay-per-view event. That's crazy.
I might bring a duffel bag for all the cash I'm going to win gambling. Hopefully.
Facts.
All right. And, I got to ask you something non-MMA related that I saw right before we actually.
I didn't do it.
No. It's NBA stuff. It's for your team. So Draymond Green declined a $27 million player option. Does that mean that he thinks he can get more than that per year?
I think they're just gonna regroup, see what's out there. I don't think he leaves without. I don't think he leaves Steph. I think if Steph were to leave, then he leaves. But I think as long as Steph there, he stays. I don't think he's leaving.
I just don't get why he doesn't take that money. There's no way his value is that high. Like I saw 27 mil. That means he just gets paid that for that season. Like that's a 1-year deal.
No, so that's what he would have made. So he opted out. So it's a player.
Yeah. Like, dude, he's probably, I feel like he's like a 15 mil a year guy. I don't know. I'm no GM, but like, bro, you're throwing millions out the window declining that.
I know. I
don't know. It's weird. And Bradley Beal, Chris Paul trade. Phoenix giving up all their depth. I think
Phoenix is good. I don't really like kind of gives me the Nets vibes. I mean, I think they probably trade Ayton now and probably get a couple of pieces, but I don't think it really moves much for me. It doesn't move the needle to me, really. I don't really. It's whatever. I don't think they beat the Nuggets.
Dude, a healthy Nuggets team is just so perfectly built for a 7-round war because they got guy and Christian Brown. He'll probably be a 14 points a game guy next year off the bench or something like that. They just got dudes that can produce, and they all play good defense. They all play unselfish basketball. They're just nice.
Yeah, they're really good.
And Mike Malone's a dog. All right, then. Is that it for episode 47?
That's all we got. See y'all same time next week.
Yes, sir. Doses.